Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It is Tuesday, August 26th. We have a 15-game Major League Baseball slate on tap for today. Real quick, a recap of yesterday. We go 8-5 on our money line / spread picks. We go 9-4 on our over-unders. We go for 2 for 3 on our home run parlay. Camareno came through for us. Cal Raleigh came through for us. Brent Rooker did not. It was not a good day in my opinion. Could have been a much better day. Bad reads on my part playing the Orioles and playing the Rangers. Both of them, those were bad reads on my part. But you guys already know the rules. We take the good with the bad. It's on to the next one. 15 games on tap for today. Tons of money to be made. Guys, look for my play of the day. The one game I'm going to recommend to you more than any. Also, at the end of the video, our 4 parlay plays of the day. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright guys, first game up of the day, 6:30 start. We got the Boston Red Sox in Baltimore taking on the Orioles. The Red Sox won yesterday's game, a score of 4-3. In this game today, the right-handed pitcher Giolito on the mound for the Red Sox. He's 8-2 with a 3.72 ERA. On the mound for the Orioles, the right-handed pitcher Kyle Bradish. He'll be making his season debut here today. I do not like this spot for Kyle Bradish in this game today. Getting straight to it, he's returning from Tommy John surgery. He has not pitched since last season. We talk about it all the time. I really do not like when pitchers return from injury this late in the season. On top of that, he'll be seeing this Red Sox team. A Red Sox team that offensively has been very good this month. In the month of August, they're batting .268 as a team. Then I look at Giolito, the starting pitcher here for the Red Sox. Since the All-Star break, he's been dominant. 7 starts, he has an ERA of 3.10. On top of that, when I look at the bullpens in this game today, I give the Red Sox bullpen a huge advantage here. In this matchup today, the Red Sox are the betting odd favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 9, and I'm playing the under in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Duran of the Red Sox. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing Giolito of the Red Sox, and I like him to go over his line in this game. Over 4.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along. We got the Atlanta Braves in Miami taking on the Marlins. Miami won yesterday's game, a score of 2-1. In this game today, the right-handed pitcher Waldrop is on the mound for the Braves. He's 4-0 with a 0.73 ERA. Sandy Alcantara on the mound for Miami. He's 7-11 with a 6.04 ERA. First thing I'm looking at here is the right-handed pitcher Waldrop on the mound for the Braves. He's been very good this month. In the month of August, he's made 3 starts. He saw Miami at the top of the month. He pitched 6 innings, allowed 1 run. Then he saw the Guardians, pitched 6 shutout innings. Then his very last start, he saw the Chicago White Sox and pitched 7 shutout innings. Looking at Sandy Alcantara on the mound for for Miami, I should say. He's been bad this year, up and down. He's had some decent starts in between, but he's seen the Braves twice this year. They got 3 runs on him in the first matchup, and then 5 runs in their last matchup when the Braves saw him. In this game, I'm looking at Miami. It's another home game for them. Granted, they did win yesterday's game. It was a very low-scoring game, a score of 2-1. They have been terrible offensively in their home games. We've seen this Braves team be very capable this month. They've been able to put up runs. As a matter of fact, in the month of August, they're batting .263 as a team. In this game today, they do have the Braves as the betting odd favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8. And I like the under in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Matt Olson of the Atlanta Braves. On to the pitching props now. I'm actually playing Sandy Alcantara of the Miami Marlins, but I like him to go over his line in this game. Over 4.5 strikeouts. Alrighty, on after that, guys, we got the Tampa Bay Rays in Cleveland taking on the Guardians. The Rays shut out the Guardians yesterday, winning a score of 9-0. In this game today, the right-handed pitcher Shane Baz on the mound for the Rays. He's 8-10 with a 5.22 ERA. The left-handed pitcher Patrick Masick is on the mound for the Guardians. He's no wins, no losses with a 1.35 ERA. First thing we're looking at here is the left-handed pitcher Masick on the mound for the Guardians. This will be his 2nd start in his career. His first start was his last start where he saw the Arizona Diamondbacks. He pitched 7 innings, only allowed 1 run. That Arizona Diamondbacks is a team that can hit left-handed pitching, and he was very successful against them. Looking at this Tampa Bay Rays team, on the other hand, they have not been good this season versus left-handed pitching. They're batting just .224 on the year versus left-handed pitching. Then I look at this Cleveland Guardians team. They have been struggling offensively in the last month, you could really say. In the month of August, they're just batting .210 as a team. Then the big thing in this game today, my big deciding factor, is Shane Baz, the starting pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays. He's been terrible all year. He's actually been worst in his road starts. I don't know how most of the Tampa Bay Rays starting pitchers have better numbers on the road, seeing that their home ballpark is a small stadium. I don't know. Shane Baz, he's been terrible in his road starts this year. 12 road starts, ERA of 5.60. On top of that, he's top 5 in the league in home runs allowed. All of that being said to say this, guys, I like the Cleveland Guardians in this game, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5, and I'm taking the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Jose Ramirez of the Cleveland Guardians. On to the pitching props. I'm playing Shane Baz of the Rays in this game, but I'm taking his under 4.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along. We got the Washington Nationals in New York taking on the Yankees. The left-handed pitcher Mackenzie Gore's on the mount for the Nats. He's 5-12 with a 4.11 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Gill on the mount for the Yankees. He's 1-1 with a 4.26 ERA. The Yankees did win yesterday's game, a score of 10-5. Looking at yesterday's game, first of all, the Yankees were leading all game, 10-0 really. Into the 9th inning, their bullpen led up those 5 runs. We talked about it. These are 2 bad bullpens. The Nationals, we understand, the worst bullpen in the majors. The Yankees, I cannot understand how this bullpen is so bad. That's going to play a big factor in why we like the over in this game today. One of my favorite plays of the day today. On top of that, Mackenzie Gore on the mount for the Nationals. Since the All-Star break, he's made 6 starts. In those 6 starts, he has an ERA of 6.20. Gill, the starting pitcher on the mount for the Yankees, he's not been good either. He's made 4 starts this year. He has an ERA of 4.26. In this game today, the Yankees are the betting odd favorites, and we like them, again, on the money line. The game total is set at 9, and I'm taking the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Aaron Judge of the Yankees. On to the pitching props here. I'm playing Mackenzie Gore of the Nationals, but I like him to go under his line in this game, under 6.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along. We got the Minnesota Twins in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. The right-handed pitcher Bailey Ober's on the mount for the Twins. He's 4-7 with a 5.05 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Bassett on the mount for the Jays. He's 11-7 with a 4.18 ERA. The Blue Jays won yesterday's game, a score of 10-4. The Blue Jays bats. The Blue Jays offense continued to be red hot. Since the month of August began, they're the best offense in the majors. They're batting .295 as a team. They got Vlad Jr. back. Then I look at Bailey Ober here, the starting pitcher for the Minnesota Twins. He's been bad all season, an ERA of 5.05, but in his road starts this year, 9 road starts to be exact, he has an ERA of 5.90. Bassett on the mount for the Jays here today. It's a home start for him. If you've been following this channel, we talk about it all the time. Bassett is an average, if not below average pitcher on the road. But in his home starts this year, 14 home starts now, he has an ERA of 2.70. The Blue Jays offense is the biggest determining factor here for me. They're red hot. They continue to put up runs. I do not trust Bailey Ober. I do not trust the Minnesota Twins bullpen in this game today. We do like the Toronto Blue Jays, and we're playing them on the run line. The game total is set at 8.5, and I'm taking the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Varsho of the Toronto Blue Jays. On to the pitching props, I'm taking Bassett of the Jays, and I like him to go over his line in this game, over 5.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along, we got the Philadelphia Phillies in New York taking on the Mets. The Mets handled the Phillies yesterday, winning a score of 13-3. In this game today, the left-handed pitcher Luzardo on the mount for the Phillies. He's 12-6 with a 4.10 ERA. The left-handed pitcher Manaya on the mount for the Mets. He's 1-2 with a 5.15 ERA. First thing we're looking at here, one of my big determining factors actually in this game today is Manaea, the starting pitcher for the Mets. Since the All-Star break, he's made 5 starts, and he's been terrible in those 5 starts. He has an ERA of 6.90. Then we look at the Philadelphia Phillies team. Offensively, they're a top 10 team in the majors versus left-handed pitching this season. Both of the bullpens have not been that good this season, but the Mets bullpen has been terrible this month. I'm not expecting Sean Manaea to go that deep in this game. 4 innings, 5 innings maxed. We're going to see this Mets bullpen. I'm expecting the Philadelphia Phillies to get to the Mets bullpen in this game here today. Luzardo does struggle. He does let up runs. On top of that, getting back to Manaea and the Phillies, looking at the lineup, the Phillies players, individual matchups, they do have good numbers off of him in their past matchups from other teams and, here on the Phillies. Then I look at Luzardo. Let's get to Luzardo now. This is a guy that we talk about all the time, can let up a lot of runs, but then he can have starts where he's dominant. His biggest strength is when he's able to strike guys out. Top 10 in the majors this season in strikeouts. The Mets are top 10 in the majors offensively in strikeouts. So if he can get his strikeout pitches working here today, then I could really see him going 6-7 innings in this ball game today, then handing it over to the Phillies bullpen. Like I said, they haven't been in the best shape of late, but they're still better than the Mets bullpen. All of that being said to say this, in this game today, the Phillies are the betting on favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and I like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing Luzardo of the Phillies, and I like him to go over his line in this game, over 6.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along. We got the Kansas City Royals in Chicago taking on the White Sox. The White Sox handled the Royals yesterday, winning a score of 7-0. In this game today, the right-handed pitcher Lorenzen's on the mound for the Royals. He's 5-8 with a 4.50 ERA. The left-handed pitcher Perez is on the mound for the White Sox. He's 1-3 with a 2.50 ERA. The starting pitcher Perez for the White Sox has been good this year. 5 starts, he has an ERA of 2.50. Then I look at Lorenzen, the starting pitcher for the Royals. He's been up and down all season, but in his road starts, he struggled the most. In his 12 road starts this season, he has an ERA of 5.20. In Chicago tomorrow, they're projecting 10 to 12 mile per hour winds blowing straight to the outfield. Offensively, the Chicago White Sox team has been red hot in their last 15 games. In their last 15 games played, they're batting .310 as a team. The White Sox bullpen has also been outplaying the Royals bullpen in the last 10 games. The Royals bullpen has an ERA of 3.60. The White Sox bullpen has an ERA of 3.35 in this game today. Well, first of all, since the All-Star break, the White Sox have been our most profitable underdog team to play. And in this game today, the Kansas City Royals are the betting off favorites again, and we're playing the home dogs again. Give me the Chicago White Sox on the money line. The game total is 8.5, and I like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Montgomery of the White Sox. On to the pitching props now. I like Lorenzen of the Royals to actually go over his line in this game. Over 4.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along. We got the Arizona Diamondbacks in Milwaukee taking on the Brewers. The Brewers won yesterday's game, a score of 7-5. In this game today, the right-handed pitcher Brandon Pfaadt is on the mound for the Diamondbacks. He's 12-8 with a 4.95 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Mizorowski is on the mound for the Brewers. He's 4-2 with a 4.19 ERA. First thing we're looking at here, both of these starting pitchers have been terrible since the All-Star break. Mizorowski's made 6 starts. He has an ERA of 6.30. Brandon Pfaadt's made 5 starts. He has an ERA of 4.35. When I look at the bullpens, of course we give the advantage to the Brewers. The Diamondbacks bullpen has been one of the worst in the majors all season. Then we look at them offensively. Of course we know the Milwaukee Brewers, the best offense in the National League. Brandon Pfaadt is a guy that we do not trust. He is one of my biggest fades here. Mizorowski, even if he gets lit up or allows some runs and the Brewers bullpen come in, I do trust them to at least hold off the Diamondbacks. All of that being said to say this, in this game today, I like the Brewers and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total is set at 8 and I'm playing the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Christian Yelich of the Milwaukee Brewers. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing Mizorowski of Milwaukee, and I like him to go over his line, over 4.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along. We got the Pittsburgh Pirates in St. Louis taking on the Cardinals. The Cardinals won yesterday's game and scored 7-6. In this game today, the right-handed pitcher Mitch Keller's on the mound for Pittsburgh. He's 5-12 with a 4.34 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Palente is on the mound for St. Louis. He's 6-11 with a 5.17 ERA. In this game today, we're looking at both of these starting pitchers. Keller, the starting pitcher for the Pirates, he's been terrible. His last 8 starts, he has an ERA close to 10. In his last 8 starts, he has an ERA of 9.75. Looking at Palente, the starting pitcher for the Cardinals, he's been terrible all year as well. ERA above 5, but in his 8 home starts this year, I'm wrong about that. In his 11 home starts this year, he has an ERA of 4.17. Both of the bullpens, I give the advantage to the Cardinals bullpen. Offensively, I don't really have it's not a huge lean, but it's a slight lean to St. Louis offensively. In this game today, the Cardinals are the betting odds favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8, and I like the under in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Burleson of the Cardinals. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing Palente of the Cardinals, and I like him to go over his line, over 3.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along. We got the Los Angeles Angels in Texas taking on the Rangers. The Angels won yesterday's game, a score of 4-0. In this game today, the left-handed pitcher Kikuchi's on the mound for the Angels. He's 6-8 with a 3.42 ERA. The left-handed pitcher Corbin's on the mound for the Rangers. He's 6-9 with a 4.60 ERA. In this game today, we're looking at the Texas Rangers team. Offensively, they continue to struggle. For the month of August, they're batting just .218 as a team. Then we look at their numbers versus left-handed pitching. They're going to see Kikuchi in this game today. They're batting just .233 on the season, just below the middle of the pack. We look at Corbin here, the starting pitcher for the Rangers. He's been terrible since the All-Star break. 5 starts he's made since the break. He has an ERA above 9, an ERA of 9.13. The Rangers bullpen has been terrible since the month of August started as well. In the month of August, the Texas Rangers bullpen has an ERA of 4.80, whereas the Angels bullpen in the month of August has an ERA of 2.60. In this game today, well, first of all, I did feel yesterday was the Rangers game to win, and they blew it. In this game today, the Angels are the betting odds favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and I'm taking the under in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Mike Trout of the Angels. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing Kikuchi of the Angels, and I like him to go over his line, over 4.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, moving on along, we got another new series starting up here today. The Colorado Rockies in Houston taking on the Astros. The right-handed pitcher Gordon's on the mound for the Rockies. He's 4-5 with a 7.11 ERA. Hunter Brown on the mound for the Astros. He's 10-5 with a 2.36 ERA. We're going to get straight to it here in this game. I'm looking at Hunter Brown. He's been dominant since the All-Star break. He's made 5 starts since the break. In those 5 starts, he has an ERA of 1.50. Then I look at the Colorado Rockies team offensively. In the past matchups against Hunter Brown, they have struggled. Looking at the Astros on the other side, them offensively, they've been terrible this month. In the month of August, they're batting just .212 as a team. In this game today, my big deciding factor is going to be Gordon, the starting pitcher here for the Rockies. He's been terrible all year, at least allowing 3 runs in every start. Looking at a few of these Houston Astro players, they can have a good game today against Gordon, against his pitch mix. In this game today, we like the Houston Astros, and we're playing them on the run line. The game total is set at 8, and I'm taking the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Jose Altuve of the Houston Astros. On to the pitching props now. We're playing Hunter Brown of the Astros, and we like him to go over his line, over 6.5 strikeouts. All right, guys, moving on along. We got the San Diego Padres in Seattle taking on the Mariners. The right-handed pitcher Dylan Cease is on the mound for San Diego. He's 6-11 with a 4.71 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Castillo's on the mound for the Mariners. He's 8-7 with a 3.57 ERA. The Mariners won yesterday's game, a score of 9-6. In this game today, I'm looking at Castillo, the starting pitcher for the Mariners. He's been dominant in his home starts this year. 10 home starts and the ERA of 2.80. Looking at Dylan Cease, the starting pitcher for the Padres. His last 5 starts, he has an ERA of 4.80. Looking at yesterday's game, the Mariners were able to put up a bunch of runs on the Padres. There is a few arms who I'm not expecting to see for the Padres here today. I do give the Mariners an edge in the bullpen department in this game. On top of that, looking at the books here, they do have the Padres as the betting odds favorites in this game, and we're playing the home dogs. Give me the Seattle Mariners here on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5, and we like the over in this one again. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Naylor of the Mariners. On to the pitching props now. We're playing Dylan Cease of the Padres, and I like him to actually go under his line in this game, under 5.5 strikeouts. All right, guys, moving on along. We got the Chicago Cubs in San Francisco taking on the Giants. The left-handed pitcher Boyd on the mound for the Cubs. He's 12-6 with a 2.60 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Justin Verlander on the mound for the Giants. He's 1-10 with a 4.60 ERA. In this game today, getting straight to it, we're looking at Justin Verlander. He's been terrible this season. His last 10 starts, he has an ERA of 5.05. Looking at Boyd, the starting pitcher for the Cubs. His last 10 starts, he has an ERA of 2.70. Looking at the Giants team offensively, they've been terrible this year. They're going to be seeing the left-handed pitcher Boyd. They're a bottom 5 team this year in the majors versus left-handed pitching. They're batting just .215 as a team versus lefties this year. Looking at the Chicago Cubs, they've played good in the series in Los Angeles against the Angels. We know they were struggling offensively playing at home. They look good in Los Angeles. I do see that continuing here today in San Francisco. We know it's known for being a pitcher ballpark. They're expecting 10-mile-per-hour winds blowing straight to the outfield from the diamond in this game today. The Chicago Cubs are the betting odds favorites, and we're playing them on the run line. The game total is set at 7.5, and I'm taking the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Pete Crow Armstrong of the Chicago Cubs. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing Justin Verlander of the Giants to go under his line in this game, under 5.5 strikeouts. All right, guys, moving on along. We got the Detroit Tigers in Sacramento taking on the Athletics. The right-handed pitcher Charlie Morton's on the mound for the Tigers. He's 9-10 with a 5.09 ERA. The right-handed pitcher Bido on the mound for the Athletics. He's 2-4 with a 5.37 ERA. Looking at yesterday's game, the Athletics won a score of 6-3. In my opinion, I do feel, matter of fact, the Athletics won a score of 8-3. But in my opinion, I do feel the coach left Skubal out there way too long. Had they just pulled him in the 6th, going into the 7th inning, the bullpen for the Tigers has been very good of late. They left them out there. The Tigers were able to put up a bunch of runs, were able to get the momentum. In this game today, I'm looking at both of these starting pitchers. Morton has not been good this year, but since coming to the Tigers, his last 2 starts, he's been solid. Looking at Bido here for the Athletics, he's not been good this year for them, but looking at his last 6 starts, he had an ERA of 5.80. In this game today, I'm still giving the bullpen advantage to the Detroit Tigers. The Athletics team can put up runs. We know that. The Tigers team is playing very well offensively in their last 15 games. They're batting .280 as a team. In this game today, I do like the Detroit Tigers, who are the betting odds favorites, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 11, and I like the over in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Carpenter of the Tigers, Brett Rooker of the Athletics, both to have 2 total bases in today's ball game. On to the pitching props now. We're taking Charlie Morton of the Tigers, and we like him to go over his line, over 5.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, final game of the day. We got the Cincinnati Reds in Los Angeles taking on the Dodgers. The Dodgers shut out the Reds, winning a score of 7-0. In this game today, the right-handed pitcher Nick Martinez is on the mound for the Reds. He's 10-9 with a 4.59 ERA. The left-handed pitcher Clayton Kershaw is on the mound for the Dodgers. He's 8-2 with a 3.13 ERA. Getting straight to it here today, we spoke about it in yesterday's video. The Cincinnati Reds team offensively has been terrible since the month of August began. Then they're seeing a left-handed pitcher in Clayton Kershaw here today. For the year, they're just batting .227 versus lefties. Then we look at Clayton Kershaw, the starting pitcher for the Dodgers numbers. He's been very good since the All-Star break. Since the All-Star break, he's made 5 starts. In those 5 starts, he has an ERA of 2.70. The Dodgers team offensively, at home, they've been very good this season. They're still batting over .280 in their home games. Looking at Nick Martinez here, the starting pitcher for the Reds since the All-Star break. He's made 6 starts. He has an ERA of 4.80 in those 6 starts. The Dodgers bullpen continues to pitch very well in their home games as well. In this game today, we're going straight back to it. We like the Dodgers and we're playing them on the run line. The game total is set at 9 and I like the under in this one. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, give me Freddie Freeman of the Dodgers. On to the pitching props now. I'm playing Clayton Kershaw of the Dodgers, and I like him to go over his line, over 4.5 strikeouts. Alright guys, before we get up out of here, our 4 parlay plays of the day. We start off with our first one. It's a 5-leg game parlay. Our first play will be the Toronto Blue Jays on the run line. We're then going to play the Milwaukee Brewers on the run line. We follow that up with the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Angels on the money line. And our final play will be the San Diego Padres Seattle Mariners game total to go over 7.5 total runs. All 5 legs, $5 bet pays $140. On after that, we have another game parlay. It's a 4-leg game parlay. Our first play will be the Philadelphia Phillies New York Mets game total to go over 8.5 total runs. We're then going to play the Chicago Cubs on the run line, the Detroit Tigers on the money line, and we wrap it up with the Los Angeles Dodgers on the run line. All 4 legs, $5 bet pays $90. On after that, guys, we have our 2 home run parlay plays of the day. We start off with our first one. It's a 3-leg home run parlay. Our first play will be Barger of the Blue Jays. We're then going to play Ramirez of the Guardians, and we wrap it up with Christian Yelich of the Milwaukee Brewers. All 3 gentlemen dollar bet pays $100 flat. On after that, guys, our final play of the day, our final parlay of the day. We start off, it's another 3-leg home run parlay. We start off with Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees. We're then going to play Brent Rooker of the Athletics, and we wrap it up with Freddie Freeman of the Los Angeles Dodgers. All 3 gentlemen, dollar bet, pays $75. Once again, guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. I hope we all can win some money today. And I'm going to catch you on the next one.